You've probably heard of Salvador Dali, R.E.A.L, or Frida Kahlo. These surrealist artists created many amazing artworks. But do you know about the philosophy behind the movement? What does Freud have to do with surrealism? Why did Dali show us his dreams and nightmares? And why did Marguerite paint an image of raining men? Let's find out.
Reality. We all have to live in it. It's made of real things like trees and staplers and washing up. All very useful, but also just a tiny bit boring. Which is why the world needs surrealism. So, what is surrealism? Surrealism is an art movement started by French writer André Breton back in the 1920s. He was interested in things like dreams, fantasies, and thoughts in our minds that we don't even know we're having. Artists such as Salvador Dali, René Magritte, Dorothea Tanning, and Eileen Agar explored these ideas by creating surrealist art. So what does surrealism look like? There are two main types of surrealist art. The first type is inspired by dreams, like this piece by Spanish artist Salvador Dali. Dali was the big name in surrealism, known for his wild behaviour and even wilder art. Like dreams, his work often combines things you wouldn't expect to see together, like this piece. But hey, dreams can be frightening. Just look at this nightmarish painting by the American artist Dorothea Tanning. Surreal, huh? The second type of surrealism is called automatism, which is art made without thinking. So if you've ever doodled whilst daydreaming, I hate to break it to you, but you're a surrealist. Check out this playful piece of automatism by the Spanish artist Jean Miro. Is this the sort of thing you doodle? How did people react to surrealism? The surrealists were brilliant at promoting their work, Dali especially, who wowed the huge crowds at their London exhibition by showing up in full diving gear. But most critics gave the show absolutely rubbish reviews. What does surrealism influence today? Nowadays, you'll see surrealism's influence everywhere, from wacky adverts to video games to surreal scenes in comic book films. Anything that tries to break free of plain old reality with a little wildness, weirdness, and joy.
Elements is also seen in paintings of René Magritte. In his work Golconda, Magritte painted more than 100 figures of identical men falling from the sky like raindrops. All men were painted realistically, but Magritte's surreal setup of bodies floating in the air looks like something you can only see in dreams. So we get it. Freud was a bit skeptical about surrealism, but surrealists still wanted to explore the human psyche and thought of surrealism as a philosophy of the mind. They wanted to give psychoanalytic theories a poetic expression through art. Maybe surrealists didn't really care for the health benefits of Freud's ideas, but they still made many fascinating artworks we enjoy today. And let's not forget that enjoying art is also a benefit for the mind.
students, our first choice is draw your own surrealism artwork. Here we have the persistence of memory. Here we have the one by R.E.A.L, where all the raining men. Now here are some examples students have done where they've done just dream-like weird things, right? They draw things that they normally do, but add changes, change the background, change the color, change the size, make it a different size, make it bigger than it normally is, or have little surprises, even hidden surprises like we do have here. Our second choice is a metamorphosis project, where you're drawing more than one thing, having at least 3 stages where one object changes into another. So you have to have at least 3 stages. So you can see how they start with one drawing and then do a final drawing of a different object and how they change in the middle. And you can have up to 6 different ones. They all have to be pretty detailed to show how it changes. So you don't have to color a background, but you do have to do some highly detailed drawing. Okay? Our next choice is a surrealism collage, where you take magazines and cut out different pieces and then combine them together to make it dreamlike. And you still might have to color in a background or finish a background to make it look finished, but you can cut out and draw. So maybe if you're having trouble drawing, this might be the way to go. All right, have fun.